cannot believe how many beers we had last game.
It wasn't that many beers, was it?
I think we could count likely in the ballpark of 12 to 20 per person.
It's a big range.
Between you and I.
It's a big range.
And let's just say this for 1 second. We went to the Seahawks game on Thursday.
October 3rd.
Sure. Whatever the date was. And it's Monday and it's still the same football week. Does it not feel like it was a week ago, 2 weeks ago? It feels like it was a lifetime ago.
That's one of my beefs with Thursday night games is that I don't get to watch another Seahawks game for 10 days.
Terrible. I want to watch it on Sunday. I want to watch it on Monday. I love watching it those days. Thursday night game, great. It's fun to have, but... And I hate seeing it. You watch it and there's always people get injured. Look at Matthews. Do you see this?
Mm-hmm, I did.
Broken jaw. By who? Who gave him the forearm shiver?
I don't know.
Russell Wilson.
Dude, Russell is...
Did you see this? Russell Wilson gave him the forearm shiver, broke his jaw out for a month. Terrible. I hate it. And I hate that Thursday night games always results in injuries. It happened with Sherman last year. Or was it last year? Or 2 years ago? Because remember he went on this like whole rabbit hole of like hating Thursday night games, and like karma came back and bit him, and he like tore an ACL or something. What happened to him? I can't remember.
I don't remember.
Do you remember this? Carl's gonna come back to this. We're amateur. Anyway,
ask Chester. Chester on that. What is your honest opinion of Color Rush?
Say that again.
Color Rush.
Oh, I love color rap. Wow. They like ask that again.
What is your honest opinion of Color Rush?
I like it. It's different. Why not?
I'm obsessed. I love it so much. The Hawks are now, correct me if I'm wrong, Carl, 7-0 in the green jerseys.
Oh, I had no idea about that.
They haven't lost.
I had no idea about that.
They only do it once a year.
Yeah,
they were talking about last year not doing it again.
Why? The third jersey. Why would you not do it again?
The NFL makes fun of them, but I don't get it. I fucking love it. So I say, Hawks, keep it rocking. Yeah. Next year, we're doing it again.
If you're winning, why would you not do it? Play two of those a year.
The Hawks are 4-1 now.
Oh my God. They should be 5-0.
I know. They really should be 5-0. Chris Carson. You know what, God. Carson? Honestly, the last 2 weeks, you've played phenomenal. Like beast mode. Phenomenal. Week 3, you had a rough game. You dropped the ball a couple times.
Can't drop the ball.
Turned up in 7 points for the Saints. Sucked.
Ball.
Speaking of fumbles, what is happening right now with turnovers with the Hawks? It seems like every game we're just trying to keep the other team in it. For example, Thursday night, Brown, second play of the game. Drop the ball. Gives the Rams possession on the 30-yard line.
Well, think about it this way. At the end of it, we know the outcome. And we won the game. And that was unreal. And I did not want to win the game by a missed field goal. But now that we know the outcome, do you really want a 55-0 win? No, fuck. The drama is where it's at. That's what we love as fans. I love that as a fan. I hate the fucking fact that we're dropping balls. I would rather be offense scores. So no matter what, there's always something going on. And they're stressing out when there's a fumble or like a quarterback sack for a fumble or an interception. Like, I don't want that shit.
It can't be a strategy, though. Like,
no, it's not a strategy, obviously.
We're 4-1. And yes, I say we.
Well,
we lost the Saints, which we should have won, which is a really close game.
But that was it.
Week 1, we won by 1 point. Week 2, 2 points. Correct me if I'm wrong, Carl. Week 3, loss. Week 4,
still searching their first question.
Hammered the Cardinals.
He needs to learn.
Week 5, 1 by 1. We have 4 wins.
Yep.
Well, let's say 3 of the 4 wins are under 2-point wins.
But you gotta love that about the Seahawks is that they know how to win a game because of their experience, and I get that most people think of it as a grind, but people are already talking about Russell being MVP this season.
A lot
He's
of people.
super fucking smart in what he does. And yeah, I get the outcome isn't necessarily what most people would want or most people look at of like, oh my God, this team is going to kill it this year because the outcome's 1 point, 2 points, 3 points. But a win is a win is a win. Whether it's 30 points, 40 points, 50 points. It is a win, and you move on to your next guy.
Have you ever seen a 50-point win?
No. Have you?
So why was that your example?
Well, I'm just saying, like, think about it for a second. Like, how boring, so I'm going to go back to most fans. I wouldn't be one of them. But most fans on any given Sunday, any given Monday or Thursday, whatever the day is that the game is on, if the game was 55-0 at halftime, do you think that stadium would be full or would it be fucking empty? It would be empty.
I'm not totally sure the answer to that question.
It would be empty. I know the answer already.
I'd like to point out that if you're a New England Patriots fan, this is not the podcast for you.
Yeah, fuck off.
You should turn it off immediately.
Unless you're Brady and give us a call. And I'm still going to tell you to fuck off. I was actually listening to Brady on my way here. It's weird, but it was a halftime show on the radio and Brady called in and they're asking him questions like, so you're an elite quarterback, blah, blah, blah.
Elite is a term that is used lightly with Tom Brady.
You have experience. You have Super Bowls. Let's just, hold on, take the bias back for a second. And they're asking him on if he gets calls from other quarterbacks for like as a mentor, as like questions and stuff, and if he guides them. That guy's a saint. I hate him, but I want to punch him in the face.
So like he helps everyone?
Yeah, he's like, I love
Super
when people
open.
call me because I don't care. I'm not hiding any secrets. I'll tell you how to make your career long.
Nope.
But fuck him. Anyways, go on. Because we should have 2 fucking Super Bowls because of that fucking asshole.
I think he's a robot, to be honest. I think he is part of the simulation. Let's move on.
Anybody knows about this simulation, you can go back to my episode where you'll know me as Lucas McCann, and we talk about it. Go on 0 to here.
I feel like in overall Thursday night, the Hawks dominated most of that game. You know what? It was actually nice to see Goff come out of his shell a little bit and play well. But I feel like the Hawks dominated most of that game. We basically gave them a field goal at the beginning of the game. We gave them the ball on the 30-yard line. They did nothing.
Yep.
But we dominated the first half and we're only up by 6. We're only up by 1.
Yeah, we missed a field goal. Was that when we missed the field goal? We missed a field goal and we missed 2 points.
That was
a
towards
2-point...
Well, that was in the second half.
No, I'm saying overall. I'm talking overall.
So in the first half, late in the first half, we missed a field goal. Come on, we got to come back. First touchdown of the game.
Well, can I just stop this for a second?
First touchdown of the game.
How fucking hard is it to kick a field goal if that's your job and you can't pay millions of fucking dollars? Can it be that hard?
According to Thursday night, it's not as easy as you would think.
Holy fuck. Pay me $10 million. I'll figure it out.
3 missed field goals under 50 yards. Thursday night.
What the fuck? There was no wind. I was in that stadium. There was no wind in that stadium. There was just a bunch of fucking drunk people. Yelling. Maybe the yelling and like the force of the earthquakes. I don't know. Anyways, go back. Sorry. I just hate how... Anyways.
I'm calling it right now. Seahawks' first touchdown that game on Thursday night, October 3rd, 2019, was the best play of 2019.
It's going to go down, if it's not already, as the play of the year overall in NFL.
Absolutely it was. Okay, if you haven't seen it or don't remember it, you need to go back and watch YouTube videos because Russell Wilson's scrambling out of the pocket, running towards his left, going backwards, and he throws towards the back left corner of the end zone. And Tyler Lockett makes this ridiculous catch, dragging both of his feet in the corner of the end zone.
Dude, I thought Russell Wilson was just throwing it to get rid of it.
No.
We were at the stadium, and as soon as he let it go, everyone in the stadium was like,
it's a waste of play.
Like, oh, shit, he's not going to get sacked. We're happy about this. And then Lockett caught the ball and no one really understood that it was a catch.
When Lockett started running away, and
Yeah.
you're like, oh, he fumbled it or something. You don't know. And then all of a sudden, everybody realizes what's going on.
Well, the
Like,
ref put his
holy
hands up. The
fuck.
ref put his hands up immediately.
Like, what
and I was
just
like, that's
happened?
coming back for
Yeah.
sure. There's no way he had his feet in bounds. It was one of the most ridiculous throws I've ever seen live or on TV. It was the most ridiculous throw ever. Ever. Carl? Ever.
Ever.
But
Ever.
like a stupid cat. Lockett is so good. He's so underrated.
Oh, good.
I feel like that's the definition of the Seahawks team this year.
That they're
Super
underrated.
No one gives them credit. Yet they're 4-1 and they should be 5-0. But we're beating good teams right now.
Just beat the Rams.
We just beat the Rams.
Just beat the fucking Rams.
The Rams were in the Super
Who
Bowl
were
last year.
Super
Who
Bowl
don't
last
look as
year,
good
like-
as they did last year, though.
No, I get it. But the fact is that we're how many years removed from going to the Super Bowl?
Quite a few.
But
Unfortunately.
we are now back. We've put a few new pieces in place, and Wilson finally has some coverage that he can do what he does. And that's different than he's had in a while. Because he's matured now. So he knows when he can run. He knows when to scramble. He knows when to throw. He knows when to hold it. And that's fucking, you're not going to find that. And then look at Mahomes. Mahomes is injured this week. He got injured in the game because he's doing stupid shit. You don't have to try to make something out of nothing. You know when that play is dead. So just, and that's why Wilson is good. He's
At
good
halftime,
extending it.
I have a group of friends. We have a WhatsApp group. And at halftime, I sent a message saying, Wilson is the best quarterback in the league.
I remember
And-
this.
And 4 people said, disagree.
Would you send back? Disagree? 4 times?
I actually did say disagree, yes. But look at his numbers this year, man. He's 12 touchdowns, 0 interceptions.
Yeah.
His quarterback rating is something ridiculous, like 131 or something.
Let's talk about that for a second. 12 touchdowns, 0
in
interceptions.
5 games.
In 5 games.
It's
0 interceptions.
It's
Did you
silly.
know that Mahomes had, correct me if I'm wrong, I want to say he had 3 or 4 interceptions yesterday?
Okay, I don't want to compare.
What did
him-
you say Russell Wilson's QB rating was?
I made it up.
It's 126.3.
Fuck.
Okay, so I said 130. I'm fucking 3 points off. Carl.
Hey,
Jesus.
what do you want from us?
Sorry, I thought you said 103.
No, I said
Carl.
130.
The chirping gallery over here.
I know.
Holy Christ.
Finally, Carl, that's just a question we have.
Yeah, I know. He's been searching for 4. Hey, Carl, you have a computer in front of your face. Can you not use that computer?
I'm scared. That's the recording computer.
Do you want another computer?
Yeah. Do you have an extra one?
I have an iPad. Would that help? Anyway,
I'm good.
126,
I feel like no one in the league is more valuable to a team than Russell Wilson.
100%.
That's why he got the contract he did. But he's just so much fun to watch, man. He's such a good dude.
Guy's a fucking saint. If you see him every week, he's at the Children's Hospital.
Every Tuesday.
He brings his teammates with him. He helps them out. He's now a Seattle Sounders part owner. Like the guy's
No,
a
he
fuck.
loves
Like he's
Seattle.
embedded himself and his family into Seattle. Like we're doing this and we're staying here. We're grounding roots because he's building a fucking legacy. He's not thinking, oh, I'm going to make hundreds of millions of dollars because he's going to make it. So what's the difference? If you think about this for a second, if you're worth $150 million or 140, whatever his contract is, does it matter if you're worth another 140? And you have a wife who's probably making maybe more. Like at the end of the day, the guy's a saint. He's so good for the community. He's building a legacy. He's got such a forward thought process in what he's doing. This guy's going to be in the Hall of Fame, 100%.
Absolutely. I don't see any way that he's not,
Yeah.
to be honest. I love the Seahawks. Go Hawks.
Tell me this.
Okay, can we talk about Metcalf for a minute? Because he
Oh my God, I can't wait.
scored a big touchdown in the second
Guy's
quarter.
going to be a beast.
Put them up 14-3 or 14-6 at the time. The guy's going to be a beast.
Have you seen the guy? He's a fucking
He's a young
jacked.
Megatron. He is.
Yes.
He totally is, right?
I've never heard that. That's exactly what it is.
This is why you're on the podcast with me, Lucas, because I bring up these great analogies like that.
That's a great.
Young Megatron. The problem with him right now is that he was too good early on. This is my opinion, of course. Too good early on.
Like in college.
Yeah, in college, that he didn't have to work on creating separation for himself. So now in the NFL, he's playing against legit athletes that are the best corners in the world.
Yeah.
And he's not that good at creating separation yet. But I think once he figures that out, once he figures out how to use his body to get that extra half yard to have some space, he's going to be one of the top 3 receivers in the league. And I'm so pumped these guys. How did the Seahawks draft him 3rd round again? Like, they just come out of nowhere with these 3rd round draft picks.
I have no idea how that works because
Carl, can you double check that stat?
Yeah,
that
I don't know what he's still searching. What are you searching for right now?
Just looking at everywhere, anywhere I can fit in.
He's still searching for other questions. I feel like in at the end of the day, when we were at the game on Thursday, what you're talking about right now, creating the separation from Metcalf is actually does make sense when you're there, when you're live and you're watching it. It's just like an extra 6 inches, 3 inches, 2 inches. Like he just wasn't creating it because he's never had to. And I get what you're saying right now. The guy's a fucking beast. Like he's 6'3", 250 pounds or something.
He's 6'3" 3/8" according to Google.
Okay, and
228 pounds.
Okay,
he was drafted 64th overall, which is in the 3rd round.
It's insane.
So if I was on the ESPN show, I'd get a ding and I'd get a point right there.
Ding! We should have this fucking sound effect.
New soundboard, yeah.
Bing!
Anyways, scored a big touchdown in the 2nd quarter.
He did.
And I'm pumped about, like, he is such a good prospect. He's going to be so good.
Yeah. I agree.
Let's move on. What did you think about that roughing the passer call at the end of the 2nd half on Goff?
Oh, fuck.
Do you remember it?
No.
So, who was it? It was... I don't remember. It was the D tackle. He's coming around the edge. He got pushed by the offensive tackle, and he's stumbling, and he hit Goff at the waist. Do you remember this, Carl?
Mm-hmm.
And they threw a pass interference, or they threw a roughing the passer penalty. It's 3rd and 10. Goff is throwing the ball away.
Oh.
I don't like the call based on that alone, right?
Because there's no
There's
plays.
no receiver close by. Goff gets hit, and he throws the ball just into no man's land. They throw a penalty that takes them from 4th and 10 to 1st and 10 on like the 20-yard line. I'm not a biased Seahawks fan at all, as you guys know. But
not at all.
But I don't like this call. It's 3rd and 10. If it's 1st and 10 in the middle of the 1st quarter, middle of the 3rd quarter, sure, maybe it's a flag. But when like a D tackle is coming around the corner and gets pushed from behind by an offensive lineman, and obviously his head is going down and he hits him around the waist, what the hell is he going to do?
There's so many rules
I don't like it.
Just don't make sense in the fact of like
you have to protect the
it's
quarterback.
Momentum.
The
You
quarterback
can't
sells the
stop
league,
your
though.
momentum. You're not trying to do something for an outcome, but it's your momentum of your body.
Or if someone pushes you, like,
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, somebody pushes you, or it's raining out and you slide into the kicker. Like, come on, how is that a fucking roughing the kicker? It doesn't make sense.
Quarterbacks sell the league, so I get the idea of making rules around protecting the quarterback's health.
Yeah.
And I want to pull myself out and say, if that happened to Wilson at the same time of the game, would I be upset about the call if it wasn't called? Maybe. Because it wasn't a low hit to me. He got hit in the waist. It wasn't around the ankles. It wasn't around the knees. Like, it didn't seem that dangerous to me at the time. So I don't think I'd be that upset about it. But being against on the other side, it pissed me off a lot. And I even did some angry Instagram stories at halftime saying I was really upset about that call from the refs.
Did you? I don't remember this.
Yeah, the refs gave them 7 points. The
They
refs
did.
gave the Rams 7 points. I feel like we could have won that game 30-17.
Oh, fuck. And you look back at it. And... Do you remember our hearts pounding on that last fucking field goal? Okay, first off, Correct me if I'm wrong.
Are we skipping forward? All right.
Well, no. Where are we right now?
No, last field goal's fine.
No. I just want to go back to where were we? Where are we talking about right now?
We're at halftime.
Oh fuck, we're only at halftime. Okay, let's stop. What I have to say.
Apparently, third quarter is a bit of a blur, so we're gonna skip forward to that.
Well, no, let's go back to third quarter for a second after halftime.
So basically, third quarter was kind of back and forth. Rams scored quickly, put them up 20-14.
No.
I want to mention a couple guys that I'm super impressed with. One, Disley. I think he's such a beast. He's super
He's got a lot of
underrated.
potential.
He battled some injuries last year, but this year, so good.
How old is he?
He's young, man. I think
know.
this is his second or third year in the league.
Huge, though. He's a beast. Like he's
Second or third year in the league. He
got good hands.
great hands, good blocker.
Yeah.
He's like a beast tight end.
Yeah.
He's exactly what the Seahawks need to work off the run game. But how good was that pick by Thompson?
Oh my god.
Tedrick Thompson,
Dude,
man.
that was probably a highlight of the year. If you look at like Sportsnet top 100 catches of all time, that's got to be in the top 10.
Yeah, I believe it.
The ball gets tipped. He's falling away from the ball.
And it was like,
Reaches back and puts his hand underneath the
oh
ball.
my god, and
pops
the
up.
momentum of just like, boom, pops the ball up,
And he's
you're like,
falling
what
too.
It was insane.
Carl, were you watching that game?
Yeah.
Do you see it live?
I just watched it right now.
Do you think it was do you think it was a catch?
Of course. It was a catch.
No. Of course it was after
But
replays.
did you think it
But
was
live, do you think it was? Because they called it incomplete live.
Because it looked like as he was doing this,
Because it's
just
the
hit
split
ground.
second, right? Because
Yeah.
as soon as your hand like hits the ground at the same time it comes up, so it's tough to tell.
Yeah.
But it was completely underneath it. You didn't touch the grass at all.
It was like one of the best catches I've ever seen.
Dude, you need so much focus to do that. Your entire body's going the other way. You could turn back and do.
I think it's focus and also athletic ability. Like
Mhm.
you have to have the hand-eye coordination of. When I say Greek god.
What do you think
but-
that guy's night was like afterwards at the
Oh my
Seattle
god, he was
clubs?
popping
He does
bottles
not
and
remember
having a
it.
great night.
He
It's
doesn't
Thursday.
remember.
What do you think they're doing? They have, I guarantee they're getting on their own private jets to go to like the Bahamas for 4 days and
I
then
don't
come
know about
back. Well, okay, maybe Mexico
I
or
don't know about
Vegas
that.
for sure. Do you see Wilson was in Chicago the next day?
Yeah, Wilson signed a $140 million contract. Most guys in the NFL don't have a $140 million
That's
contract.
true.
Guys.
That's true.
Like,
I
what's
wish I-
Tedrick Thompson's contract? Probably, I'm going to estimate probably a
1.8.
2 to 3 year deal in the ballpark of like million to 1.5 a year. After taxes, that's like $600K. I don't think Tedrick Thompson's taking a private jet to the Bahamas.
So he's probably
For 3
taking the
days.
ferry to Tofino and he's surfing because he's got nothing else to do.
People in Seattle listening to this podcast are like, what
No
the fuck
idea.
is Tofino?
So Tedrick signed a 4-year,
Mhm.
$3 million contract. So
Thank
it works
you.
out to $672.
Oh,
Super
Jesus.
There you go.
Accurate Denzel.
That is a great money point for the Seahawks. Well done.
Well, did you know his name before he made that catch?
No, did anybody know his name before he caught the catch? No.
Exactly. Now we do.
Tedrick?
So obviously the Rams fucked up on the last play of the game. You know what? I'm actually
Let's go
quite
back before the last point of the game. We're talking about last point of the game now?
to what?
To the 2 minute countdown. Where we thought the game was over. And all the Seahawks had to do was get a first
Yeah,
down.
we had 2 minutes and 8 seconds left.
Yeah.
Thompson just made that pick. All they had to do was get a first down. The Rams still had 2
Which-
timeouts, which is good for them. And the 2-minute warning. But they couldn't get a first down.
What the fuck?
Is it just me, or do teams go super conservative in that time of game? Why not run some play action?
Yeah.
Like, literally, you need 1 first down.
You need 1 first down and then you kneel the rest of the game. So you should play that as like this is the end of the game.
I'm sure they do. Like,
Maybe they do.
I
but
would love to have Pete
how-
Carroll on this podcast. And
how
one day-
stressful was that though as a fan that didn't happen?
it was.
And
extremely.
then all of a sudden they're rushing down the field going 10 and out, 10 and out, 10 and out, 10 and out. You're like, what the fuck is going on right now? That was if we didn't have 27 beers each before that moment in time, how stressed would we have been?
I was extremely stressed, even though I only had maybe 3.
We had
But
3, 4.
Goff's a good quarterback.
Mhm.
I'm not going to say he's great. I don't think he's in the top 5 in the league. I think Russell takes up at least 3 of those top 5 spots.
Maybe 4. 3.5.
Maybe 4. I love Aaron Rodgers. I'd put Aaron Rodgers in the top 5. But I wasn't surprised that they marched on the field very quickly. What happened on that kick, man? It was the 3rd kick under 50 yards that was missed that game.
Okay, this is what I want to ask Carl. Can you see if this kicker is still on the team?
It was Greg Zerline, right?
I don't know fucking who
Dude,
it was.
Zerline's had a great career.
But I'm just saying that
How old is that guy?
no matter
He's probably
who's
like
had
38.
what career, you're looking at like these kickers this year can't kick.
He's 32.
They're missing
6 years off.
They're missing shit left, right, and center that should be just super routine. I don't get it. What's this? As soon as they move them back for that extra point now, shit's just like different story.
Well, 15 years is a big difference.
I get it, but your job is to kick a fucking field goal. Sorry.
It's not as easy as you'd think.
Did I
Lucas.
yell? Are you okay?
Huh?
Are you okay?
Well, as a Seahawks fan, I felt like we deserved the win, to be honest. I felt
did.
like we outplayed them offensively for most of the game. Defensively, to me, was fairly even. You know where we need a little bit of work is our DBs.
We do.
I feel like our linebacking core is top, like one of the best in the league.
Well, you look at it right now, and we're one injury away from a disaster.
Let's take it easy. Let's be more optimistic on this podcast, Lucas.
I'm just saying that if
Where? In what position?
no, well, it doesn't matter what position it is.
No, it does. It absolutely matters.
In
what
every position.
No, we're not one injury away from disaster.
Well, let's just say that the Cards are going the way they need to be, and let's just hope they keep going that way.
My opinion and my outlook for the rest of the year is that the Hawks win the NFC East, and
Fucking San Fran.
no, San Fran is like they haven't played a good team yet. The combined record of their teams they've played is like 1-37. So let's take it easy with San Fran here.
Good news is
Garoppolo, fuck you.
Good news is that in my fantasy or in my pick'em pool, I came second today.
Did San Fran win this week?
San Fran won. I picked San Fran to win at 35 points. They won at 34 points. So I won. So
San Fran's 5-0. Good for 4-0. Sorry.
Good for them.
Good for them.
Well,
Not gonna last. Suckers. We coming for you.
okay. When's the next game we're going to?
So I'm pretty pumped because I absolutely love. You know what, guys? My absolute, and I will say this with straight confidence, my favorite place in the world is CenturyLink Field. My second favorite place in the world is Palm Springs.
Oh,
But part of the reason I love Palm Springs is because we go during the NFL season so I can watch the Seahawks.
oh my God.
So next game we're going to, next home game, October 20th against the Baltimore Ravens.
Oh, fuck. That's going to be a big game.
But next week we're in Cleveland against the Browns, who started shitty but are coming back. They're 2-2 now.
No, they're actually 2-3 now.
They lost tonight?
Yeah, they lost tonight.
Well, the Score app needs to update your shit.
28-3. No, 30.
They lost 40-25 against the Ravens today.
Who?
The
Cleveland?
Browns?
No, you're looking at the wrong fucking thing.
Hmm.
What app are you looking at right now?
I don't know.
They lost 31-3 to San Fran. That's a true story.
That's rough.
Anyways, Seahawks, if anybody has them in their fantasy league, should pick Seahawks over the Browns next week. 100% guaranteed right here. If I am wrong, Denny will pay you out.
It's a win for the Hawks next week.
Guaranteed.
I'm pumped.
They should play a backup. Give Russell the week off.
Take it easy. We're putting up MVP numbers with Russ this year, guys. I'm pumped. Big Seahawks game next week. Sunday. What day is that? October.
Thanksgiving.
It's October 13th, the day before Canadian Thanksgiving.
Day before.
10 a.m. Pacific time.
10 a.m.?
10 a.m.
10 a.m. game?
It's going to be 1 o'clock
I hate
Eastern.
10 a.m. games.
I love 10 a.m. games.
Why?
Why not? You get to watch the Hawks and drink a beer at 10 a.m. What's wrong with that?
Pretty sweet, Ashley.
Absolutely. Hashtag.
SSDL.
Also, hashtag go Hawks.
I didn't know we were going with that.